Hey y'all, we are back. We are missing Joy though,
Yeah.
but we have Sharice here.
Hello.
And I want to thank her and Crown Digital for everything they do putting this podcast together. And
It's our pleasure.
oh, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. So what's going on?
Oh
What
geez.
are we going to talk about? What's going on in Newnan here?
I have a new grandbaby.
You do? And he's so beautiful.
He is so gorgeous.
What's his name?
Scott, little Scotty Boyd.
And where did he get his name from?
He got his name from his grandpa.
He did.
He did. And Mom is doing well.
And he's just the perfect little
I
baby.
haven't had a baby around. My youngest grandson's 14.
Wow.
So
That's 14 years.
I'm like, yeah, it's like starting over, but it's so awesome.
Yeah, you get to give him back though. You know?
Yeah.
You get to play with them and okay.
Play with
I'm
them, spoil
here.
them, hype them up, and then send them home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm hoping for another grandbaby. If
Yeah.
you can hear this, Kelly and Brooke. No.
So that's pretty much been consuming my life here lately.
Well, that's a good way.
Yeah.
Good thing to do.
Gosh, we've had so much going on in the last month. We did
Yeah.
our bar crawl, and a big shout out to all of the businesses and everyone who supported us in that. So we had Brown Lux Transport, who
We did.
provided the transportation for us.
Then we started at
We started at Meet and Greet.
Meet and Greet. That was
And
amazing.
Yes, of course. Meet and Greet is the best. I
Food
love-
was good. I think we ate dinner there
yes,
and had a
specialty cocktail.
tequila martini.
Yes, it was good.
It was good, yummy. Then we met up with Brown Lux and took off and went to our first Sonoya location.
Yes, we ended up at McGuire's.
I love McGuire's. That was such a great place.
Yeah, McGuire's.
Had some lemon drops there and some Guinness beer.
How do you remember all this?
I remember Guinness beer, and then we took off to Nick and
Norman's and had a it was a white
like a
buffalo.
White, it was a white Russian
buffalo.
though. I mean, basically,
Yeah.
that's what it tastes like. It was yummy.
Yes.
And
then
took some great photos.
We went to
Did some
Sonoy
lives.
Beer Company,
We did.
and they had a live band.
I love that blues band. They were so good.
Yeah, they were.
Wish
They
I
were.
remember the name of them.
I've got it. It's on my Facebook because I recorded
Yeah,
them.
well, check out the Facebook because
Yeah.
they were really good. I
Yeah.
was vibing with that. That was good.
Then we came back.
Yeah, back to on the bus,
Big
and then we
Joe's.
sang. We had a big old
We
karaoke event in the car there. We were singing "Sweet Caroline" and
We had
"The
a
Right
blast.
to Party," and we were just having a good old time. And ended up at Big Joe's,
Yep.
where we did some shots.
Yeah.
And
We were
had
feeling
some
pretty
drinks.
good then.
Yeah, we were. Yeah. Then after that, we went to the cellar.
Yeah.
And they had the cutest drinks prepared for us with little strawberry Santa
Oh
hats.
yes, they were so adorable.
Yeah, and some champagne wine mix type cocktail.
I'm so excited. I can't wait for it to start warming up and the weather to start being nice because there is nothing better than sitting out on the patio at the bays.
Yeah.
So, I
Love
mean
that.
And then we
Headed off to RPM. Yep.
Yep.
Local
And
favorite.
Joe had us had them prepare us a specialty drink,
It was nice.
and then off to the Alamo.
Off to the Alamo for dancing the night away.
Yes. And
And home. We made a lot of good connections, made a lot of good friends,
yes,
had a good time.
We did. We had a blast. It was so much fun. We need to do that yearly.
That's an annual thing.
Yes.
Yes,
absolutely.
We preface that to be annual.
And then
And we had people meet us along the way. If you were one of them, thank you for coming along.
oh yeah, we had a lot of people, and some people that I've never even met, and you know, they just are yelling, "Hey, Chatty!" I'm like, "Oh, hey!"
It was very fun.
So yeah, so much fun, but we always end up downtown because I love downtown Newnan. That's where
That's
my
our
heart
spot.
is. Which brings us to our special guest today,
Yes.
Gwendolyn. Would you
Hi.
like to introduce yourself?
Hi. It's so cool to sit here and listen to you guys and hear about all of the amazing things happening in Newnan. It sounds like so much fun. My name's Gwendolyn Kuhlmann, and I am the creator and director of Seasons of Strength. And Seasons of Strength is an organization created to make a very special performance on March 21st and 22nd of this year, commemorating the 5th anniversary of the EF4
Has it
tornado.
been 5 years?
Yes,
Wow.
ma'am. It has.
And when we say like the heart of downtown Newnan, I mean, I can remember going down there after the tornado and just seeing the devastation and the loss. But I mean, we were lucky because there was no horrible deaths or anything. It could have been a lot worse.
No deaths directly because of the storm.
Yes.
Right.
So, but yeah, it was just something I don't think that any of us will ever forget.
And hopefully never have to experience again, that's for sure.
So what was the inspiration for Seasons of Strength?
So it's interesting because hearing y'all's story, my story actually starts 2 weeks after the tornado hit. So when the tornado hit, my family and I were just in the process of moving to Georgia, back to Georgia. And I remember my dad calling, and it was the weekend before we were going to touch down in Georgia, and my dad calling and saying, hey, a tornado hit Newnan and it's really bad, so just be ready for it. My parents live in Welcome, so they actually, the tornado just made a turn right before it could have hit their house. So we were very lucky as a family. But I remember driving down LaGrange Street. It was about 2 weeks after the tornado. Y'all remember when they opened up LaGrange Street for through traffic. And I was like, all right, I'm going to face this. And I got in the car by myself, left the kid at home, left everybody at home because I was just like, I need to face this myself. And I remember driving through downtown and, LaGrange Street Bridge, you go over that bridge and getting that punch in the gut. Mm-hmm. You see that canopy is completely gone. And that was one of my favorite places in Newnan. I remember I went to Newnan High School and I would we lived out in Welcome, but I would find any excuse to walk down LaGrange Street into downtown so I could just be under all of those, 100, 150-year-old trees. Mm-hmm. I just loved that feeling of being hugged by the forest. Mm-hmm. And to put in some context for my own life, like what had been happening before that was we were living in California. We'd been there for about 4 years. And the 10 years before that, I'd been living in Berlin, Germany, making a life as an opera singer. And while we were in California, had my first kid, and we loved the nature out there. We'd go hiking and camping all the time in the redwoods.
I'm from California too.
Oh yeah.
I moved here from California.
Oh wow. Me too.
Me too.
And so our favorite spot to camp was Big Basin Redwood Forest, and we took my 6-month-old. He had his first camping trip there. Aww. And I'll never forget him looking up into the redwoods and just this wide-eyed taking it in. And in 2020, when everything cool about being in Oakland, California is closed, we were going to go camp there. And we got a call from the campsite, hey, don't come. There's a wildfire here. Mm. Oh. And that was the weekend that we got that purple sky that made national headlines, that you couldn't see anything but just like this pinkish purple. Because the Bay Area is kind of like a bowl, right? So if a bunch of wildfires are going on all around the Bay Area, if the wind's right, it's all of that smoke's just going to sit right in that bowl. Mm-hmm. And I remember sitting there in knowing that I was breathing in my favorite spot on earth. And being so sad and having this moment of there's nothing for me here anymore. I want to go home. Mm-hmm. And so it was actually a couple of months after that my husband and I started working on that move. And now here I am in my favorite spot in my hometown, and the forest is gone. Mm-hmm. And I was I was so sad, but I was driving through and I was seeing all of these people out on the lawns on people's roofs, the utility workmen like putting back up all those poles. I think I later learned there was like over 300 utility poles that were knocked down. And yet they got power up within a week. And
amazing, they worked hard.
I remember by the time I got to the high school and I saw the auditorium where like I had performed in the high school musical and thinking, okay, I'm done being tired, being sad, being tired, like all of those feelings that we all had after 2020. I'm just done. Like, I'm going to make something beautiful now. I'm going to take all of this sad and I'm going to make something beautiful. And I had been in this kind of evolution as an artist. I'd been on stage for about 14 years, and I had started to really think, you know what? I want to start using this art form, classical music, opera. I want to figure out how to use it as a tool belt to serve people. Because a lot of the problem that I see in whatever we call high art, you know, in my case, classical music and opera, we go out into the public and we say, you need to serve us. Like, we're something that is great, and you should come and enjoy it and help us preserve this thing. And I think that's why we have a hard time getting audiences, right? Just to be blunt. I had started already in a couple of other projects to think about I've used this now, 14 years of performing, another 6 years of studying it. So for 20 years, I've been using this art form. I've been learning this art form. This is my tool belt. These are the paints I have to work with. So on that drive home, I'm thinking, what piece would help articulate this story? And my big question was like, what is this tornado going to do to this place that I'm from? Like, is this ever going to be the same again? Because that was kind of the joy of living abroad, but being from Newnan, was that you would always come home and it would be roughly, generally the same. Maybe there's a few more buildings, a few more businesses open, but you know, you had the comfort of being like, downtown is downtown.
Right.
My old high school is my old high school. And now everything is different. Who are we going to be now? And that was my question. So I thought, Vivaldi's Four Seasons. It's about the seasons, time passing. I want to come back in a year because at that time I thought it took a year to recover from a tornado. And then I got home and then I started researching that piece some more, and I came across Max Richter's rewrite of it. And Max Richter's this modern composer. He's a film composer. You have heard Max Richter's rewrite of the Four Seasons probably more times than you can count. Like, it is part of like the air that we breathe now, all over the Bridgerton soundtrack. Like,
we love us some Bridgerton.
We love us some Bridgerton. So I was like, okay, great. And he's a film composer, so a lot of his stuff is written in such a way where you can talk over it, but you're not competing with it. And I want to interview people. I want to hear their voices. I grew up in a not so musical family. And so I was this anomaly where my parents came from theater so they could support what I was doing, but they didn't get the musical side of it. And that was really cool. But everyone thought, oh, wow, like you have a beautiful voice, but I don't. And I grew up like listening to my parents talking, like when you're in your room and, you know, you hear your parents talking out in the living room. And that's music to me. Like people talking to each other, that kind of hum of stories going back and forth.
So why tell it through music and movement instead of just talking about it?
Exactly. So I thought, first of all, I think, you know, I've got roughly 100 hours of footage.
Footage of what?
Of people telling their stories. The question is, would you go and listen to it?
Oh, I would.
You would. And you probably would, but
I think the way you're doing it is going to make it that much more intriguing and
entertaining.
and entertaining
Instead of sad.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and the thing that we're doing here is that we're saying, me and my team, we've listened to all of it. And what we're able to do is say, oh, you had that story, but also 20 other people over here had that story. Mm-hmm. And they had this angle on it. And you went through that thing, and also these other people went through that thing, and this is what they learned, but you learned this. And so it's like you're part of this mosaic. And one thing that one of the people I interviewed, LaVan Landrum, told me was, she was like, there's you look up and you're seeing all of these people bustling around, dealing with their own tragedy, dealing with their own disaster, their own part of the disaster. And you realize that, like, this isn't just my story. Mm-hmm. This is the story of all of us. And so it's like, for me, what I'm seeing is like, we're all this piece of a mosaic. And what's beautiful about what we can do with art is that we put a story in context. We don't just let it sit there and be in its own sad and its own hard. We say, hey, here, first of all, let's make it beautiful. Let's bring music into it to lift what you're saying up, to support what you're saying, and then put it into the context of what everyone else has been through. And who we are now, how it has contributed to who we are now.
It's so funny because I think I was telling you, when it was 11 days before the tornado is when my husband passed. So I was going through my own, like, I didn't know if I was coming or going. And then I got a phone call from Joy, and she was like, we need you. We need your platform. We need, and I'm like, Joy, I can't, and she was determined.
Yeah,
she was
I guess
getting
you
me
can.
out of the house. And I think it was, like you said, you go down there and you see the devastation of what had happened. And it's like, okay, I'm not the only one who's suffering right now. Mm-hmm. And so I did. I got out of the house, and we started meetings to put together the Newnan Strong event, and then come to find out 4 years later, but when I met Sharice, she built the Newnan Strong website.
And you guys didn't even know each other at the time.
We did not even know each other.
Oh, that's incredible.
So yeah, like you said,
and I was down
mosaic.
at Bridging the Gap helping people with little applications
Yeah.
and doing things, and she was doing the event. We just didn't meet.
No, so like you said, the mosaic of how everything just kind of comes together, and you look at like where you were then to where we are now, and life's a funny thing.
I think Newnan always had a strong community, but it took the tornado for everyone to really see it.
Oh yeah,
just to kind of bring to light what was already there. It's like everyone just pulled together, and just started helping one another, and it was beautiful. I mean, it was really nice.
Yeah.
And I really think that is like, that's the crux of this project. And what's beautiful about it for me is that I went in as an artist thinking, okay, first of all, I just want to know who we're going to be after this. And second, what a cool opportunity, because, and I know this sounds morbid. I'm not trying to be that way. We had one loss that night.
Oh yeah. A heart attack.
A massive heart attack. I've had the privilege of speaking with his daughter. And we have this opportunity to talk about a recovery where we're not also talking about loss of life. We're talking mostly about loss of stuff.
Yeah.
And that's what I went into it. That was it. That was all I went into it with. And a year after the tornado, I started having my first conversations, doing my first interviews, and I interviewed Kelly Eager-Nelson from Bridging the Gap, Pam Gable from the American Red Cross, the local coordinator, Melanie Reeves from River Life, and Kristen Webb from then Coweta Community Foundation, now Caring Communities Foundation. And what I realized is that Newnan had a whole other story to tell me. And that is the story of how this town showed up for each other. And it is special.
It is.
Like, the coordination that already existed in Newnan, like what you're saying, this collaboration, the spirit of collaboration, this care for each other, that didn't just come from a tornado.
No.
I got the chance to talk to Mark Whitlock, who was one of the people who started the CEC, and he said, back in 2000, the CEC could have only taken root in a place that was already so collaborative, because the CEC is such a collaboration between business and local government and the school system. And that kind of legacy has filtered through. And then in 2018, when the hashtag Newnan Strong started, I've been thinking about a mug I saw the other day. I wish I had bought it there and then, but it said, "Never underestimate the power of a community that has decided what it values."
And is this what you hope that other towns and other communities get from watching this production?
Absolutely. Yeah. Because what Newnan was already so coordinated that they were already meeting at a lot of the leaders of city, state, local government, businesses, nonprofits were already meeting at emergency management from the get-go, from like day 1 or 2. And that is when the national organizations come in, that's often the first thing that they're trying to do is just get everybody talking to each other. Right. Because we can't get anywhere if we're not going there together, right? And the VOADs came in, these national organizations that help with disaster relief, they came in, and the group at EMC, or at the Emergency Management Center, just looked up and was like, "Hey, great to see you." And they're just like, "Whoa, you guys are years ahead already," because of all of the time it takes to this level of coordination and relationships. And I think that is really that care on a communal level, that care for each other, but also that coordination, those relationships, those inflection points where we can either tear apart as a community, which could have happened in 2018, or where we come together, which is what did happen in 2018 and made Newnan stronger for COVID, which then made Newnan stronger for the tornado. And we're touching all of that in the production.
Great. So how can people help support and be a part of this?
Love that question. So you can follow us at Seasons of Strength Newnan on Instagram or Facebook. If you have a business or know someone with a business who would like to sponsor this, you can reach out over DM, or you can go to our website, www.seasonsofstrengthnewnan.org, and check out the opportunities there. One thing I love about our sponsorship opportunities is that we have a block of tickets as one of the benefits for every sponsorship level. A block of tickets for your employees or your community, however you want to give them out. But we have a matching set of tickets. So the same number of tickets go back into the community to tornado survivors who could not otherwise attend.
Oh, that's nice.
And those are being distributed through Bridging the Gap, who, as you mentioned, they handled all of the case management for people who were renters, had low or no insurance, to help them either rebuild or find their next chapter. And you can also, another way to support is, please come.
Tell us
Buy a
where
ticket.
it is, when it is,
Yes.
how much it is, how to get a ticket. Let's hear
Exactly. March 21st and 22nd at Unity Baptist Church, just down the street from Newnan High. Experienced the second largest amount of damage from the tornado at Unity Baptist Church. And at March 21st is at 7 p.m. March 22nd is at 2 p.m. And tickets until February 15th are $25.
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah.
That's great.
So please get your ticket before February 15th.
What happens after February 15th?
They go up.
Okay.
They go up.
So we need to go get our tickets, Sharice.
Yes,
we do.
go get
Well,
your ticket right now.
We should do a sponsorship and get a group of tickets.
Oh, we would love that. And the other great thing is even as an individual, you getting your ticket, you can also get a pay it forward ticket for a survivor family.
That's nice.
So we're making sure that everyone who needs to be in the room can be in the room.
That's great. Well, it was really a pleasure meeting you.
Yeah,
it was a pleasure meeting you too.
Is there anything else that comes to mind?
No, just www.seasonsofstrengthnewnan.org. You can find tickets, you can find sponsorship opportunities, you can find our whole story.
We'll link this too on the Facebook page and on the group, and we could probably even put it on the website.
We can make a whole blog. Why don't you write a blog post on the website?
I would love to do that.
Yes.
I love a blog post.
It's open for blog. Just email it to me.
Where can we listen to you sing opera?
Yeah, tell us about that a second.
Oh, well, I'm mostly off the stage these days, having to...
Do you have any YouTube recordings?
I do. But a great opportunity is, I believe it's March 7th. Please check me on that. I'm performing the Wadsworth tribute concert.
So I saw that you had an attachment to Southern Art Dance.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
Let's talk about them a moment. Because
yes,
they're my new client. I'm building their new website.
Oh,
so
look at them.
It's almost done. They haven't seen it yet though. But
so this performance, I haven't gone very much into the intricacies of the performance. So what's happening is we've got a live orchestra, that's LaGrange Symphony Orchestra, is performing this Richter piece, the Four Seasons. But with that, we've got projections of video of the recovery process. And we have dancers from Southern Art Dance interpreting some of the pieces.
Wow. I'm going to have to film some.
All while we've got the voices of the people from our community telling their story.
Oh, that's beautiful.
So it should really feel like we're all around a campfire and people are being
so we can hear it, we can see it, we can watch the movement. That's beautiful.
Exactly.
So you can get your tickets at seasonsofstrengthnewnan.org.
There you go.
We will list it on the website. We're going to try to help put the word out. I think it's great because like you said, Newnan is one of those towns, and I've lived all over. There's not a city anywhere that I've ever been where people come together like Newnan.
I really think Newnan has a lot to share with the rest of the world.
Yes.
Absolutely. And we can't wait to see your interpretation of that.
Yes.
So thank you, Gwendolyn. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for the opportunity.
We'll be back with Joy and Renee here very soon.
Well, you did great.
Thank you.
I mean, maybe we need to just start doing this as like a chatty trio or something.
I'm game. I just sit here and listen, but I'm good.
Yeah, we are going to be. I have a few people that are lined up to come on
Dunk's
the podcast.
Barbecue.
Yes.
Been waiting to be able to get them in.
Yes, because there's been, I don't even remember, something came up. Everyththing's been going crazy.
Who else?
But we want to get back on schedule.
Yeah, and all of our featured businesses. I mean, we are.
Yes.
This is open for all of you to come and do a podcast. It's one of the advantages of being a featured business.
Yep.
Plus, we if you check on the social media group, you can see that we took all of our past featured business benefits and gave it all to the yearlies to make it even more plentiful for them so they can have a great year. We're all here to support our local businesses, and we want to help you grow in 2026.
And also, like Cherise said, check out the website, chattynewnan.com. You can go on there and you can write a blog. I mean, this would be perfect for you. Mm-hmm. I also spoke to a friend of mine, Rory. Mm-hmm. She is about to have a book that's coming out. And I told her, I said, you need to go on there.
Good job, Rory.
Yeah, I know. I'm so excited. But yeah, so there's a lot of things on the website that you can basically connect to Newnan. So yeah. So
all right. Well,
until our next one.
Yes. Bye-bye.
Bye.